compressor department. That's this area here. This is our compressor department. That's Rich Kleiner. He heads up our compressor department. We primarily do repairs and service as needed here. We don't make our compressors. They're made for us. And what we do is we service them when required. So piece parts for everything, again, in the different bins and the cubbies here and over there. And then we come back this way. Additional compressor packing supplies. We don't maintain a large inventory of compressors here necessarily. We try to get them in and get them out. These are rebuilds, probably on the garage sale if you check that out. And again, just different packing materials, repack materials for the compressors. We do have a pallet of compressors over against the wall there. And actually we have a pallet of compressors here as well. So we do have some, but we don't keep an abundance of compressors here. We really try to get them in and get them out. This is where we do our jar adapter assemblies in this little area here. And now we're going to walk into the real core of Badger from a manufacturing standpoint. Badger is primarily an assembly house. And what we do here, we won't get in too close, but in this area here is where the soldering occurs. The airbrush comes in as an assortment of components that get put together through a soldering process. So the solder will be applied here on the different guns. And then if we pan back this way, we'll actually be able to see right behind that shelf there is an oven where the guns are baked. There's also an oven back in the warehouse that we utilize. This is a hand soldering operation, the LG guns here. That's done there. If you come back here, you'll get a glimpse of that oven from this side here. That's where the guns are baked. Generally, we try to do trays of 100 at a time. Some operations are a little more involved, like the LG, so those are done one at a time. Once guns are baked, they come here and cool. And once they're done cooling in the cooling station here, they're going to make their way over to this area here. And what you're seeing now is a series of 3 tumblers. And you've got a cleaning tumbler, tumbler A. You've got a polishing tumbler here. And then you've got a piece parts, small component parts tumbler. All the tumbling is done internally, and then the guns will be prepared to go outside for plating at an external vendor. What you have is we'll protect the different threads. You can see right there, these guns aren't ready to go to the platers yet. They've been tumbled, but they haven't been protected. You'll see on a gun like this here, this is something that this is ready to go for plating. The threads are protected on it. That's actually a handle for the new Renegade series airbrush. A gun like this, you've got the threads protected at the head, and you've got it at the valve casing protected. Then the back end threads are protected with a rubber stopper as well. So they need to, anything we don't want to get plating on, we do have to protect, and those guns are prepped here. So all these guns are awaiting going off to the platers. So again, more guns getting ready to go to the platers. Here's some guns that have actually come back from the platers already. So they'll be into the testing room relatively soon. We'll see where that happens next. The noise you hear in the background is our cooling area. Well, not our cooling area, but actually our drilling area. We do some secondary operations inside, things that we consider very intricate in their tolerancing and specification, like the air passages and the airbrushes. Those get done on those 3 machines down there. We won't get in too close on that. And then you've got another series of drills here and different operations for the guns that are here. And it looks like our washer is out of commission, so it's been pulled from the wall. So, but in any case, no tour would be right without a broken washer. In any case, you can see some of the machines where we do things like color cup drilling, all secondary. We don't do any of the primary operations. All secondary. Done. Come back this way, you can see our spray booth. This is where we do our testing of our paint. When we get a new paint line or develop a new paint line, or even check out a competitor's paint, we'll set it up here and run it through the airbrushes and the spray guns and see how it works. A couple of the machines that we use here at Badger. So this is our machining area where we do some of the secondary operations that we choose to keep internal because of the quality control element we want to maintain in-house. We're going to come now, we're in our testing room. This is where we actually test the airbrushes. Everyone is tested before it leaves the building. You can see we have 6, 7 workstations here with airlines run to them for the beautiful ladies of Badger to test our airbrush products before they get to the end users. We want to test every one before it leaves here so we know it works when it gets to you. And setup happens on the outside of the room in those stations there. And Rebecca is there, and Euphrasia, and Anna. We're missing Mary Jane today. Mary Jane's our veteran. She must be on vacation today. So Denora is filling in the testing room for Mary Jane. Another setup station here for the airbrushes, and then they'll all get tested in the different testing stations. Coming through here, this is our 250 room, and this is Dercy working on 250s, which is our highest volume product, thousands a week. Dercy puts together. Sometimes she gets a hand, but I'd say the vast majority of them are done by Dercy. So that's our little plastic 250 gun. And most of that gets done in here except for some of the secondary tooling operations that happen in the machining area that we have there. And this is a further inventory of guns that are waiting to be tested. They've returned from the platers. They'll await setup, and then they'll go into the testing stations for testing. So as you can see, perpetual production of the airbrush products going on here. So, well, that's our little corner of the world. Hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry to not be more formal in our video shooting, but nonetheless, hope you enjoyed it. And now we're in the office kitchen, and that'll end our video.